Hey everyone, welcome in. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this explainer. We're going to dive into how the daily grind literally weighs us down like heavy layers of wet clay. But much more importantly, we're going to look at how we can scientifically and energetically scrub it all completely clean. Throughout this explainer, we'll be focusing deeply on a core concept, which is how the experiences of life actually get internalized and build up over time. This invisible accumulation is a massive root cause of illness, premature aging, and frankly, just a profound sense of despair. So as you'll see, regular energetic clearing and maintenance isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential for our overall well-being.
Let's kick things off with a bit of a provocative question. I want you to slow down for just a second and really think about this. Do you think the tension from that super stressful morning meeting, or the weight of those heavy societal expectations, or even a past hurt just vanishes into thin air? Or does it stick to you? We so often treat stress as this fleeting, temporary emotion, but the source material argues that it's actually far, far more structural than that.
Well, the truth is, those experiences don't just vanish, they internalize. This is defined as stagnation. These experiences literally clump onto us like dark, heavy lumps of clay that completely restrict our energy, cause immense despair, and, crazily enough, actively age our physical bodies. It's a buildup of unexpressed emotions and stress that just clogs the entire system, mentally, emotionally, physically, and energetically. So, to combat this absolute disease of stagnation, we're going to walk through a highly structured clinical methodology to clear the system. We'll be covering 1. The weight of lived experience. 2. The neuroacoustic healing bridge. 3. Somatic and energetic clearing. 4. Reclaiming your core power. And 5. The Teflon boundary shield.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, the weight of lived experience, how life accumulates in the body. If you picture your energy system as this bright, fluid form, these daily burdens, they're literal clay strings and heavy blocks just dragging you down. According to the source material, highly sensitive people and empaths are especially vulnerable to absorbing the projections of others. But we all develop these unhealthy cords of attachment to work demands, past relationships, or even just the sheer psychic weight of a passive-aggressive email. Physically, this internalized stress causes actual smooth muscle contraction right around your enteric nervous system, which is your gut. It traps you in this loop of physical tightness, high acidity, and constant cognitive overanalysis, which slowly drives that despair and aging process we talked about earlier. Moving into Section 2, the neuroacoustic healing bridge, the frequencies of deep clearing. The absolute crucial starting point here is the 10 Hz carrier beat. This is a low-frequency alpha wave, and the source analysis describes it basically as a physiological solvent. It slows everything way down, effectively reducing your brain's cortical resistance. This gently molds your brainwaves into a state of deep, receptive absorption. It essentially allows the conscious mind, the part of you that's usually on high alert trying to figure absolutely everything out, to just step aside so the real energetic clearing can actually take place. Now, while the 10 Hz wave kind of opens the front door, this 741 Hz solfeggio frequency acts as the deep, energetic scrub. The analysis notes that it specifically targets somatic contraction, which is that stubborn, frozen, physical tightness you feel in your body. It actively works to dissolve those heavy blockages in your cellular walls and helps clear out interpersonal trauma. Together, these two frequencies form this incredibly powerful neuroacoustic bridge directly to healing. Section 3, Somatic and Energetic Clearing, Scrubbing the Invisible Anatomy. We're going system by system here. The source, session details, down-regulating the amygdala, which is basically the brain's internal alarm bell, to release those stress chemicals and restore a profound, deep sense of safety. Then it smooths out the contracted clay in the diaphragm, loosening up long-term, frozen stress, so you can finally take a real, deep, full breath. Then these cords of disempowerment are literally wiggled right out of the solar plexus. And fascinatingly, it also targets the 10th chakra, which is located below the feet, to integrate wisdom from your journey. This perfectly bridges the esoteric with pure human biology to actually reverse that internalized aging process. I absolutely love this imagery from the source material regarding the gut-brain axis. When people carry chronic stress, they develop these actual physical knots in the abdominal section, making the stomach highly acidic and tight. By clearing out this old habit of tension, the energetic session reestablishes a physically alkaline, structurally safe environment. It turns your internal system into a placid lake. This isn't just relaxation, folks. This is vital maintenance to keep illness at bay. All right, Section 4. Reclaiming your core power, reshaping the system. This chronological journey is just beautifully methodical. First up, we've got an induction and grounding phase. The practitioner installs a metaphorical titanium grounding cord. Envision it about hip-width wide, connecting you deep, deep into the core of the earth so any negative energy has a safe place to drain. Second, the somatic clearing happens, replacing all that stagnation with pure, white, scalar wave energy. And finally, boundary architecture is built to keep the whole system completely pristine. Starting up in the forehead and crown, we're flushing out all those societal demands and cognitive overanalysis. Moving down to the throat, it's all about pulling off cords of attachment to hurtful words and times you undercommunicated. The heart chakra is then cleared of old wounds and emotional paper cuts, while the sacral chakra releases totally outdated self-images. By systematically yanking out these dark clay cords from your specific energetic centers, we completely free the body from past loops. The void left behind is then filled up with that scalar wave energy, actively reversing the despair that builds up when we try to hold on to all this old baggage. Finally, Section 5, the Teflon Boundary Shield, sealing your energy. Look, a passive relaxation state might feel great in the moment, sure, but frankly, it leaves you completely wide open to instantly reabsorbing the world's stress the absolute minute you check your email or step into a crowded room. The source outlines a way more powerful alternative, an active structural boundary. The practitioner wraps you in a Teflon layer. This creates a semi-permeable architecture that actively protects you from negative energy and drama while only letting in what is genuinely helpful and beneficial. You get to remain completely neutral to unintentional boundary pushers, which is an absolute game changer, especially for the empaths out there. By the end of this incredibly methodical clearing and sealing process, you have completely reshaped your energetic form. And the results? They're profound. You establish this beautifully ordered, radiant, and almost supernatural new baseline for your daily life. You're fully cleared of that excess baggage, deeply grounded with that titanium cord, and your internal system is alkaline, safe, and fully supported. This is exactly how you fight back against the internalized aging and despair of lived experiences, by actively maintaining an optimized, brilliant vibration. I want to leave you with this final thought to really ponder. We've seen just how deeply the experiences of life can internalize, creating actual physical contraction and immense energetic weight. But we've also seen the incredible blueprint for releasing all of it. Maintaining your energy isn't just a luxury or some passive relaxation exercise. It is the absolute structural foundation of a healthy, vibrant, and powerful life. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and I really hope you feel inspired to step completely into your own radiant baseline.